Alright everybody, it's your boy Knuckles and welcome back to Let's Talk About It, where today we're going to get into what these 6 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi have in common with episodes 1 through 6 of Star Wars, going from The Phantom Menace all the way over to Return of the Jedi. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the first common thing that I had noticed going between The Phantom Menace and also episode 1 of Kenobi was the main thing was a Skywalker being taken off of their home planet. Think about it. From Phantom Menace, you have Anakin Skywalker coming off of Tatooine to be trained as a Jedi. But then when you look at Princess Leia, who is really a Skywalker, she is being taken off of her home planet of Alderaan to lure in Obi-Wan Kenobi or Reva to go and take to Darth Vader. So there was something to be said about that I had noticed. I wasn't sure if there was anything else within the episode that I had noticed, but just from that standpoint alone, that was something that I had noticed. So now we're going to look into Attack of the Clones and Part 2. And it's really just been the name itself. Clones. So what do you see in Attack of the Clones? Like I said, it's in the name. Clones entered. Clones have came in to help the Jedi. But now when you look at Part 2 of Kenobi, he's not helping Kenobi in this instance. He's actually looking for help.
Credits. Help a veteran get a warm meal.
Because now he needs help from the Jedi, who he was potentially hunting, because if you remember from, I believe it was Bad Batch. I believe it was Bad Batch to where they started getting rid of the clones, and they were shutting down the cloning facility, so that way they can no longer be be making clones, in a sense. So now, since they're kicking clones out of the Empire, now what they're doing is hiring, well, more so recruiting people. So the clone is now homeless, but instead of him knowing that he has to go out and still fulfill Order 66, he's looking at the Jedi saying, you know what, I think I recognize you, but if you spare some money, I won't say anything. So now in a sense you have it flipped to where in Attack of the Clones, the Jedi needed the clone's help, but now the clone needs the Jedi help. And you can still even say that in a sense he was trying to help Obi-Wan because he knew he was still being hunted. So that was something that I had noticed. And if you notice anything else, let me know in the link down below. And now we enter the Kenobi and Vader fight, which that to me was the main commonality between episode 3 Revenge of the Sith and part 3 of Kenobi. And if they wanted to, part 3 could actually technically be still Revenge of the Sith, because what was Vader trying to do? Get revenge for what Kenobi did to him. But now you can in a sense say that in Revenge of the Sith, you could say that it could have been evenly matched between Kenobi and Anakin, or Vader in this case. But now when you see the Kenobi series, Vader is besting him.
The years have made you weak.
But either way, the main common denominator here was the fight between Vader and Kenobi. And I personally think, just from my opinion, episode 3 is the best episode in this series, because you just knew that Vader was risking in a sense, you knew Vader was risking a lot, because he shouldn't really be hunting Obi-Wan, as you've seen in part 6 of the series, but it just meant so much to the Jedi who were going through Jabim to try to get off world, because in Revenge of the Sith, again, they were hunting Jedi, so you could still say that's going to be the commonality throughout the entire series here, no doubt. but just how much Vader is actually going through trying to hunt these Jedi is what's amazing. So I really enjoyed it. Now let's take a look at episode 4. Compare A New Hope to part 4 of Kenobi. What was Kenobi's goal once he's seen the Death Star? Yes, they were being pulled in with a tractor beam and they're trying to get off the Death Star, but once he knew that he was going to have to cause a distraction for them to get off, he also knew that he was there to save Princess Leia. So now look at part 4 of Kenobi. What is he doing? He's on enemy territory and he's trying to save Princess Leia. And you can still see the common thing here where in episode 4 of A New Hope, he kind of like, he uses the Force to move something and it distracts the stormtroopers. So then now when you see it in part 4 of Kenobi, he does the same thing as he's sneaking around.
What was that? That's nothing. Over there. Let's go.
And this, to me, I felt like that was like the main thing that they were trying to get. I really think that they were trying to make some similarities between episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 from each of the movies as well. And now we look at episode 5. Empire Strikes Back, Kenobi episode 5. What's the commonality here? Trying to escape the Empire, but in this case more so Vader, to be a little more specific. So in Empire Strikes Back, you have Vader discovering the secret location of the rebels on Hoth. And he's going to go there to be like, okay, I need to go ahead and find these people who destroyed the Death Star because I'm in huge trouble, okay, because this is a no-go. So while they're up on Empire Strikes Back, while they're up on Hoth, and they're trying to cause a distraction so that way they can all board the shuttles and try to escape. Now look at Kenobi. It's more towards the end where they're all trying to escape Reva and the Empire, but more so Vader, because Vader's going to be the one to go there to try to get Kenobi. So what did they do? They cause a distraction. They're trying to have one ship take off, but he pulls it in and just starts ripping it apart while they get to make their escape. But either way, if you, like I said, if you look at what was coming between Empire Strikes Back and part 5 of Kenobi, there's a distraction and then there's an actual escape. Both common between these two episodes, and I just thought that that was fantastic work. And then here we are. Return of the Jedi, part 6. What do these two things have in common? My man, Vader, being defeated. At the end of the day, Vader was defeated in Return of the Jedi, no matter how you look at it. And he was defeated in Kenobi, part 6, no matter how you look at it. And on both the movie and this episode, you can see inside of his helmet. Because in Return of the Jedi, when he says,
Just for once, let me look on you with my own eyes.
he takes off his helmet and he sees him. But now when you look at part 6 of Kenobi, bam, just hits him on his helmet. Leaves that gash right there up in his head. And you can see his eyes, Sith. Those red Sith eyes, and you can see his face. But overall, he's defeated. And he can do nothing but just continue on with what he was trying to do, which was going to try and be, like, trying to find Kenobi.
Then my father is truly dead. Then my friend is truly dead.
But at the end of the day, like, Emperor told him, nah, don't do that. And I have a theory about that, but I think I'm gonna get into that on another episode later on. Well, that concludes this video. That was everything that I found between episodes 1 and 6 of the movies and episodes 1 and 6 of Kenobi. If you feel like there's anything that I missed, put it in the comments. Join the Discord. We would love to hear what you have to say about not just Star Wars, Marvel, DC, anything else that you can think of. We would love for you to be in the Discord. Link will be in the description. I'm Knuckles. This is Let's Talk About It. And I'll be signing out. Peace.